Alright, I'm doing a review of some food stuff here, a little series. And this is my, for lack of a better word, I don't know what else to describe it as, it's my patrol box. Back when I was a kid and we were in Scouts, the troop would have a couple of patrol boxes for each group of kids. And that would, you'd carry your collective stuff, your cooking materials, food and that kind of thing, so that everybody didn't have to pack their own cooking gear. And using that same concept, what I've got here is, well, actually I don't know. I guess it's probably some sort of camera thing, because it says JVC on it. It's kind of been around a while, so it's a little dirty, but I got this at an auction. I'm a big fan of going to auctions, and it's probably a school auction. I really don't remember anymore. It was a long time ago. And I'm sure I paid about $5 for it, because this is the kind of thing I speculate on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it or not. And it had a crack down here, which is really the only problem. And I had some liquid nails holding that together, but I guess over the years it's cracked a little bit. It hasn't really bothered me too much, so I haven't bothered with fixing it, but I guess I'll put the camera on a tripod here and show you what's inside. So I guess this was, like I say, some sort of a camera container. It was filled with foam when I got it. It was busted. Again, I got it for almost nothing. I got it for a couple of bucks, considering it's a pretty heavy-duty plastic and aluminum steel container. It's all reinforced. The shape of the plastic is going to keep it nice and strong. And this lock over here is more than enough, at least for the way I use this thing, to keep it secure. There is a little locking clasp here, so if I really wanted to, I could put something through there to keep this side secure. But you saw that I carry it around like a suitcase with just this one lock, and that seems to work fine. Again, I don't go hiking with it, obviously. I usually just put it in the back of the truck. And let's take a look. It's basically my camp kitchen. So when it opens up here, up on top here, I drilled a couple of holes, and I have a, let's take it off the tripod here. So up here, I have these little clasps coming through. I ran a bungee cord across there, and then you've got a thing hanging here, so I can keep a paper towel roll hanging there. And then I keep this flashlight, which I found now is dead, but just hangs here from some 550 normally and gives me some light. I'd probably do something with some LED now. And I think I used to use a little fluorescent light too, if I remember correctly. So again, what we're looking at is sort of my camp kitchen when I go hunting. If I'm just out camping for more than a day or something, I'll bring this along. And it's everything. I usually put a couple of things of water in here. I usually have a couple MREs if that's what I'm eating, or if I'm not eating MREs, which a lot of times I'm not, that gives me that much room to put other food into it. I'll just sort of dig through here. I just found that keeping this coffee can of, like, I got some hand warmers, accessory packets from MREs, just extra stuff like this picante sauce, and a couple of creams and sugars, some aspirins, another accessory packet. So just some miscellaneous stuff that, it's nice to have some sugar or some salt sometimes. I've got a couple of cans of vegetables. I like to carry stuff like cream corn or cans of corn, because then you get the water. We're out here in the desert, so sneaking as much extra water along is always a good thing. Having these single packs from MREs, you can buy these online, and just make sure that when you buy them the date codes are good. And again, real easy way to keep a lot of food in a small container like this. I have a coffee pot back here, good old-fashioned coffee pot. It's seen a couple of campfires already, and just lets us percolate coffee or just heat up water if that's how we're doing it. But that fits right in. I keep a couple of these Parmesan cheese container type of things, one of them with hot chocolate and one of them with coffee. A couple of things of water. Like I say, usually we've got a bunch of water in here. I also, whenever I'm cheap, so whenever I go to a hotel or if I'm within arm's reach of some free coffee packets, I'll grab them. And then I got a couple of things of soup in here. Again, kind of reaching back to my Scout days, I have one of these type patrol kit things. and it's just got some stuff for cooking. Obviously I need to clean it up. I'm a guy, so my stuff doesn't get very clean. But a couple of forks for whatever we're cooking, steaks and that. Thing for flipping burgers and that kind of thing. I like to keep a thermometer, because the last thing I want to do when I'm camping or hiking or hunting is get food poisoning. So it's not real hard to remember to bring things up to like 145 degrees or whatever, just to make sure that you're not going to get sick out there on an extended trip. Tin foil is a must, and I don't even try to fart around. I just bring a whole thing of tin foil, the heavy duty kind, and it's always a good thing to have around. We're out here in the desert, so you can't have enough water containers. I like to have these type. Like I said, can't have enough water around. And these type, once they fill up, you got a quart of water, and once they're gone, you don't have garbage because you can reuse this thing, but it's also nice and small. So I usually have a couple of bladders in here. And again, the nice thing about these bladders, this is a cheap one. I usually use this one for just giving the dogs water, but having a couple of the Camelbacks, which I just have on the shelves right now, in here, lets you, again, keep water available and just swap it into your pack is what I was getting at. This is just like one of these military toolkit type of things, and it seems like it gets to be where most of my spoons get tossed from MREs, and I just keep them in this bag. No frills here, just just for eating. I keep a couple of chopsticks in here too, because I like eating with chopsticks when I can. Looks like I got some hot chocolate that needs to be thrown out. I like to use these things, tuna salad or whatever it is, and crackers. These things like $1, so they're easy to bring along. Again, another cheap thing with a lot of protein is to bring along, like this one, salmon, but you can get tuna like this, and very thin, real easy to pack, quite a bit of it. I like to keep some smokes if I'm out camping. Half the time I like to smoke a cigar or maybe even a cigarette. Looks like we've got a couple other things for the water kits. I've got a thing of suntan lotion in here and some chapstick. This is Arizona, so your lips get chapped real well. Another pack of smokes. In this, I keep it in here just in case the kids are rummaging through here, but just a little flask. Again, when you're out camping, it's nice to have that kind of stuff around the fire. And usually try to keep a knife or something in here. Looks like it got taken out for some reason. And then in the side, I usually have like garbage bags and cleaning stuff. Got a couple extra lighters and some chapstick. So a couple extra batteries. And then I've got some bags here, trash bags. This is like a toilet in a bag type of thing. Just a bunch of salt. I don't know why, just from hunting days I always like to bring some salt. And then got a little scrub thing if I need to clean something. And there's a roll of trash bags here. Another set of chopsticks. And then there's some paper towels that are kind of smashed underneath of here that I use sometimes. I try not to use a lot of them, but that's my sort of camping kitchen, and lets me pretty happy eating out of the back of the truck. And I guess what's missing out of here would be a stove, and that's because it's not in here right now, but it would fit right in here. It's basically the size of a coffee can. The one I use is just a little screw thing that fits on top of a propane can. So I usually bring just one propane can. If it's a long trip, I'll bring two. And I guess that's really the only thing really missing out of here, aside from, of course, whatever food I might stock up to bring with.